Hello, in this video we're going to cover registration as a buyer on RequestProposal.com. First you click Register as Buyer and it brings you to the buyer registration page. Now let me introduce you to a few things that you need to remember. First, you want to enter your email address here, and that email address should be accurate because that's the email address that you will have to activate this account from. Also, if you register your company as a buyer, then you become the company's administrator as far as RequestProposal.com is concerned. And any invoices that RequestProposal.com is sending to all its buyer organizations will go to the buyer administrators, namely you. So make sure that that fact is okay with your company's operations department. Secondly, there's a secret question that you need to answer. It's a question that you as a person should be sure that you'll remember the answer to, and preferably only you should know the answer to this because it's a security issue. It might be used later to retrieve account information and so on and so forth in case you have forgotten it. The other thing you need to know here is that you can only register on this site as a buyer if you are a registered company in the United States. So if you're an LLC, a S corporation, or any other form of company, you need to have an EIN number, which is the employer identification number. You need to have this information ready before you register on this website. Now the DUNS number is another number that can be helpful to buyers as well as suppliers. The DUNS number is provided by a company called Dun & Bradstreet, which is a credit bureau. Your company may or may not have a DUNS number, but if you do have one, do have that ready. The approximate number of employees is something we would like the information for your company, as well as the approximate annual gross revenues. So also please have that information ready. And please do read the agreement and the privacy policy. And the last entry here is just to ensure that this is not a robot entering the information, it is a human being. So you just need to read the picture there and enter the information you see. Now, I've filled out this form already as a demo for you. And though I've not filled out the names of real companies and real websites, you need to fill out the information as accurately as you can. And the EIN number needs to be a certain length. And here I've described the company operations. Your description can be much longer than this. Please do view the privacy policy and the agreement before you can click on the privacy policy and look through it. And you do need to enter this capture text here and hit next. Now what that will do for you is it will take you to the thank you screen, and what it has already done is sent an email to the email address that you have entered in the first step. What you need to do is click OK and go to your email and activate your account from there. At this point I have gone to the email which I entered in the first step of the registration, and I've received an email I can see from do not reply at requestproposal.com. I'll go into that email and click on the link that has been provided to me. Now, this will take me back to requestproposal.com and it will ask me to choose a password. But first I have to enter the email ID to make sure that it is the same person. You'll need to enter the password 2 times. Well, I entered a weak password. It doesn't force a certain strength, but it's better if you enter a combination of numbers and capital letters and things that are not in the dictionary. So it'll be not very easy for people to guess your password. Enter your password 2 times and then read and agree to the terms. Password has been updated. Now you log in with your user ID and password. User ID is the email address that you entered. The password you selected in the last step. Log in as buyer. At this point, you'll be asked to select a membership level for buyers, and it lists what each level means. For example, buyer level 1 is the lowest level. You can submit RFPs up to $1 million. You can have 5 users on your account, 5 open RFPs, and you can have 200 megabytes of document storage. And there's a monthly cost associated with each level of membership. Let us say choose the middle of the road membership, and if you want to pay monthly or annually, you can choose that here. If you pay annually, it's much more convenient where you're only going to get charged once a year. And you hit next. When you do that, you'll be taken to the buyer dashboard. You have a bunch of things you can do here, but that will be covered in another video.